You made some friends in this crowd.
I know. Hi, guys.
Yeah, you got the Bucks.
I love being here. You got the Roots.
Yeah, come on. But Callum, I'm so happy you're here.
Me.
I want to talk to you about Masters of the Air. This is a big deal. And you actually just flew in for us this morning.
That's right, yeah.
I was going to ask you, do you feel different getting on a plane now that you've done this series?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
I think you do.
I just don't want anyone to ask me any questions.
Oh, like,
if this goes down, will you be okay with going in there and landing it for us?
Would you know how to land a plane?
No.
You're an actor. You're an actor.
I'm an actor.
You're not a pilot.
You know what they did? We had this rigorous training exercise. We had this guy called Ty, who was the plane guy, and he would pull us out of sessions, and we'd go and have to work out, you know, what does that button do? If we're about to crash, what do we do? If this engine feathers, what do we do? Wow. And we were very competitive.
Do you remember any of it?
None.
But yeah, you should. But I had heard that you're superstitious flying.
Not flying, no.
No,
I love flying.
Were you superstitious in life?
Yeah. I'm superstitious in life. Yeah, I've got a few.
What are you superstitious about?
I always put my left sock on, and then my right.
That's weird.
And then I put my left leg in my trouser, and then my right leg.
I think I do the same thing. I don't think it's superstitious. I think it's just putting on socks and pants.
This is
but
like
you have to go in order.
This is therapy.
That's what you should do. You should lay on that couch. Yeah, and just tell me all of you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What were your parents like? No, yeah. But dude,
and then a gong.
Yeah, exactly. But this is a big show. I mean, this is produced by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks.
Well, you reminded me, man. And Gary Getzman.
Gary Getzman. Oh,
Gary Getzman.
Come on, Gary Getzman.
Shout out Gary Getzman.
Yeah, that dude's the best.
That's one of my favorite people in the world.
He's a great. They're all the three. I mean, they're all.
Last night I was leaving LA and we were meant to go for dinner and I drove 30 minutes just to go give him a hug.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No way.
And he's a big Dodgers fan and I bought him a Dodgers calendar.
I bet he doesn't have one.
He does now.
He does now, yeah. How was Spielberg? How was Tom Hanks? I mean,
you told me back there. You reminded me back there. We're part of the same family.
I was in Band of Brothers.
That's
yeah.
right.
Hold your applause.
Come on.
I had the greatest experience. But they know how to do these series. Yeah. I mean, it is like Band of Brothers is one of the best things I'll ever do in my career. And I think Masters of the Air, I think you'll find it stays with you.
It's because downhill from here.
No. It's just a great thing to do what you do, because you're playing a real person.
Yeah, it's an honor. You know, I'm representing people that saved the world. As far as I'm concerned, you know, these guys are real life superheroes.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
What they've done, the story is wild. Did you do much research about your character? Or?
Yeah, loads.
You did, yeah.
Tons.
Did you?
And what's amazing about these guys, I'm fascinated by World War II and I didn't know anything about them, but there is just an abundance of information, websites dedicated to them, and it's just a great space to explore and an honor, you know?
Yeah, when you were telling me backstage too, you had I said, what research, and you had, because you have to do like a boot camp almost to learn everything, and also bond with Austin Butler.
Yeah, which was really hard.
Yeah, of course. He's not a likable guy at all. No, yeah, of course. He's one of the best. You guys are great together. But I mean, you were telling me there was this one, like a film or something, the show soldiers had a...
The etiquette.
Yeah, what is it?
There's an etiquette video, it's actually the trainer from Rocky, whose name I've forgotten.
Burgess Meredith?
That's right, yeah. It's one of his earliest acting gigs, and he flies over before the rest of the Americans, and he tells people how to behave, you know, like when you go into a pub, don't get too rowdy. By the way, the beer is going to be warm. That's okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's wild.
Darts, like, you know, how to play darts.
Who found that? They just put all the research in?
You know what? I found it. It's online, yeah, but I found that one.
No way.
Yeah. I'm not competitive at all, am I?
No. That's good.
That was mine, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's me all the way, yeah. And how did you and Austin bond?
Immediately.
You did, right?
Yeah, I love him, man. He's, you know, we both were playing the leads and the majors, and we just sort of took it upon ourselves to...
Did you audition together, or did you...
No. And actually, they wanted us to play the other parts. So everyone auditioned for Egan, and then, you know, I sent my tape off, and 2 months later, they're like, all right, you're in. And it's Austin Butler. He's going to play one of them, and you're going to play one of them. And they were like, so now audition for Cleven. And I reckon my audition was so bad that they were like, You got Egan. You got to do
No, no.
I was thinking too clever.
No, you guys knocked it out of the park. It is
Thank you.
stunning to watch, and it's just honestly, it's moving to watch. And you think about these young men that fought for our freedom, really.
Yeah, and some of these guys, yeah.
And what they did.
Yeah, for sure. But some of these guys were 16 years old.
16
years old.
16 years
and
old.
putting themselves in the most volatile
You
atmosphere.
can't even think about that. That was real. But
77% of these guys went down.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It-
The idea was to get to 25 missions, but hardly any of them got to 25. Yeah.
And I will say the effects on this as well. It's fascinating. They did a great job,
They
and
did,
it's
yeah.
on Apple TV Plus. I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Callum Turner in Masters of the Air. Take a look.
You feel anything?
Huh?
You feel anything?
Yeah, I miss those guys.
Because me, I don't feel a thing. Can you do me a favor?
What?
Come here. I want you to hit me. That's an order, come on.
All right.
I want you to land one right on my beak. Right here.
Major?
Oh, don't give me major. I don't want major. Ranks off.
Stop horsing around.
Horsing around. I'm not a horse.
Huh?
Huh? You're from New York, right? So hit.
Callum Turner, everyone! New episodes of Masters of the Air air Fridays on Apple TV Plus. We'll be right back with more Tonight Show. Stick around.
Hey, hey.